Welcome back to this old farm. We're out chopping corn. I gotta unhook a wagon. Might be time for me to unhook a wagon. I'll come back to you. Well, there he goes to fill up wagon number 4. The one we just dropped was number 3. This area did about 1.5. We planted this around the silage pit here. Here's the pit. For those of you that haven't seen what our operation has been before, this is the pit. We usually fill this up, and then between loads we'll sit and pack it. Usually what I'll probably do is be taking the M over this. Eventually the idea is that we'll go through and kind of fill up the back first so that we can start coming over the back, so then as we're unloading we're packing at the same time. It's not super ideal for packing wise because you don't always get to run over it a couple times, but it tends to work. So I might have to take the Bobcat. I'm hoping not to take that in here because it's got poopy wheels from the cattle manure, and you don't really want to mix that in with their cattle feed. So but I might have to take that to kind of squash this out a little bit, because I'm not sure if I'll be able to take the M over it or not. I'll try it, but I'm not going to tip that over like I did the H. So I'm gonna get packing with the M, so then I can unload that wagon over there, and I might just quick move it out of his way. I don't know, we'll see. But I'm gonna get packing here. Well, I kind of owe you guys a big apology. I dropped the ball a little bit, and as you can see, Dad's done quite a bit out here. So where we last left off with you, that last clip, it was Saturday, last Saturday, and for you guys this might be a week or two old. I'm not sure exactly how this is gonna go out with the Albany videos, but Dad went through and did a whole bunch. Saturday we left off with you. I kind of didn't film a whole lot Saturday because we were still working out a bunch of kinks, and I was planning on filming on Sunday. Well, Saturday night I kind of felt pretty cruddy, and by Sunday morning I was sick, pretty badly sick. My guess was it's the old vid again. So, gosh darn it, there's a bunch of gnats out here. So I was down Sunday. I actually stayed home from work on Monday even. And so now today is Thursday. I came out after work today. My gosh. So Dad's been chopping a whole bunch. He's been using my M here to unload wagons. That's what I used last weekend there. So this is what he's got in the pile, or what the pile kind of looks like so far. We're still doing the coming down the back because that's what works the best with these dual wagons. It's practically impossible to back these things down into the pit here. So you have to do it for the first couple of loads, and even that sucks. So we're driving down the pit again. These things work really nice. I like these dual wagons for unloading. The only thing that's a pain is the back door. That's the only thing I don't like about them, or don't really care for them. But other than for that, they're really nice to use. And you can see that when we finish unloading a wagon, what we try and do is we try and leave the bar at the back of the door. This one's the best example here. The bar right at the bottom and back of the door, so that it kind of takes up that gap that the door leaves, for having to be part of leave the room for the chain and stuff. So that's kind of what we do with these wagons. So chopping this little area was kind of a pain in the butt. We had to leave the chopper folded in. We ran over a lot. So I have the Farmall H, and I brought up the old silo loader chopper. This is really old school technology, and we're going to do a separate video on this one, and we're going to go through and clean up all this stuff that's on the ground. I had a couple bundles over there that I see have dried up because I was planning on chopping those on Sunday, and then of course I got cruddy. So we're going to do a separate video on this one, kind of explain a little bit, you know, more in depth, I guess, on this one, and use the H to chop with that. Kind of in between dad chopping, because I have to use the one. I could bring up the old pickup box trailer, but I've been using the one dual wagon here. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at in the works right now. Dad says that the chopper and tractor, the new tractor, have been working good. He says when it sucks in, because for some reason the chains don't always pull the corn in nicely. He said so when it sucks the clump in, it kind of bogs the tractor down and sometimes tries to kill it, but other than for that, it works pretty good. So Dad's pulling in now. I might help him unload the truck and get a bale, and then I might use the skid steer to grab these little bundles of corn that I've got laying around and bring them to the H and stuff, and go about that. So we'll talk to you guys in a little bit, I guess. happened. We're getting started today to do the last very small portion of the field left, and the John Deere decided it was going to give up. I'm going to try and tilt the camera so it should be good. Notice all that shiny metal material and how that blade is facing the wrong direction. Yep, it broke off. That blade broke the bracket down here, so this piece here broke off and it wedged the blade into the drum. And we think the reason the blade broke off in the first place is because of this. That one's broken, and go to this side. This one's, well, it was loose earlier. It's kind of changed now, but that cutter bar, we think this side must have broke. It vibrated itself back into the knife and sheared the knife off of the bracket, or sheared the bracket for the knife, and then of course the knife wedged into the drum. So that one's done for the year. We only have a little bit left, so we said heck with it, we're gonna throw the old Gale on. So we got we're finishing hooking it up now. We had to battle with the PTO shaft. It's been sitting for, I don't know, 6 or 7 years now. So she's kind of throwing some fits, you know, pulling it out of retirement. So we got it. There's the New Holland. We got it getting hooked up to the New Holland. Dad's putting some grease in it, and we're gonna test run it here before we take it up into the field. But this is what we're gonna have to finish with. Hopefully it does all right. We'll see. Well, here goes the last part of something that somewhat resembles a row. It's been very difficult to chop corn this year. That storm that came through and blew everything down, it really messed this field up, which sucks because this was really nice corn. But there we are. I got a couple twigs that I gotta go pick up, but just like that, we're all done. So we're gonna let the cattle out here and graze this. Hopefully they will clean up a lot. It would be kind of ideal if we had a green chopper, flail chopper, however you want to call it, to run over this and maybe pick up what's knocked down. I mean, you can see so much of it is laying on the ground because the wind blew a lot of it over, and then the chopper wouldn't suck it in. This one does a little bit better of a job sucking it in than the John Deere does, because it's got the pulling chains that go down to the bottom of the nose cones. But it still is not perfect by any means. And of course, nothing's designed for storm-blown corn. It's meant for perfect rows that are nice and clean, no weeds. That last little clump there. And head for the hills. Try and get her to suck it in. I might have to get out on that one. So in order to get out, we gotta pull the parking brake, hit the safety switch, wait for it to come on the dash. Okay, we're good, we can exit. And we'll just come over here and try not to get sucked in. that out after it's shut off and I can reach down in there. It's getting caught up and lost. What's happening is it's getting caught up. The one, shut that down. The one pull-in chain is missing because this one always threw one. It always threw the one chain off for some reason, so we just took it off to save us. So it's getting caught up down where that pull-in chain, the idler for that missing pull-in chain. Are we gonna make it up this hill? So it's getting caught on that pull-in. That's also right by where the sickle goes back and forth, so it's getting caught around that little bit too. So I've had to clean it out a couple of times today, but there we are, we're all done. Silage, or chopping, silage, whatever you want to call it, 2024 is over. So we'll let the cattle out here graze this, clean it up some, and then it'll get plowed up in the spring again. So Dad's over there working on the corner, putting up the electric fence. So I'm going to bring this up here. The M should be up here. That's what we've been using down low. This is the Farmall M. What was that? And yeah, Dad will unload the final wagon here and put everything away, and that's gonna be it. So that's probably gonna be it for this video. Kind of mainly chopping, I guess. I'm not sure what we're doing. Today's Saturday of the weekend. I'm not sure what's going on tomorrow, but probably not a whole heck of a lot. We're gonna get started on some second cutting that we can do still. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed. This will come out sometime this week, so after the Albany stuff, and then we can film some more next weekend. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. Thank you for watching, and as always, talk to y'all next time.